Oh my gosh, look who's here.
Hello, hello.
It's Lora Fickett. Don't say Fickett, say
Fickett.
Fickett. Oh my gosh, super excited to have Lora Fickett here on the Kim Sunshine Show. We are having a wonderful time here in Flagler County, Florida. I know we got people watching from all over, and we're just glad to have you here with us today. But Lora Fickett is a financial coach and actually a financial stress reduction coach. And, you know, there's a lot of people that call themselves coaches, and there's a lot of people who coach because they've read a book. She not only has the book, she knows the book, it's memorized, but she also has the CPA lettering after her name. So she has the education and has been working in the financial industry for how many years?
Oh gosh, forever and a day, over 2 decades.
Well, 16-year-olds can't do that.
I also have the MBA after my name too. It's crazy.
So she has MBA, CPA, and for me, she's BFA. What? I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Best friend assistant? I don't know. I don't know. We just are making things up as we go along, but I'm super excited to have Lora here. So Lora, tell us a little bit about, first of all, what brought you to Florida? Because you're not an original.
I don't like snow.
Me
I'm
either.
from Massachusetts, and I've always wanted to be in the warm weather. And so Florida is an excellent choice because it has tax advantages for those of you that don't know. But there's no state tax, income tax in
That's
Florida.
what made me like Florida. So Tennessee also is the same way. So I moved by way of Tennessee. I went there first. So any of you who are considering moving to Florida, just like our financial coach is talking about, there is no state income tax. We still have the federal income tax. We do not avoid that. But there is no state income tax, which is an awesome tax advantage for business owners.
I'm going to geek out because like the year that I didn't have to file a state income tax, I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. But
Oh, yeah, because you came from New York.
I came from Massachusetts.
Or Massachusetts. Okay, so New York has incredible. Like if there was a Hulk of income tax, who would it be, New York or California? Who's winning?
I don't know. Massachusetts was called Taxachusetts at one
Oh,
point.
Taxachusetts. Okay, so I'm so glad you made it here to paradise.
Yes, I do love paradise. I wanted to be closer to the beach for sure. And now I have 3 kids in college, all with in-state tuition, which in-state tuition in Florida is also very inexpensive compared to other states. Yes.
There's a lot of great programs, too, for people raising their children in the state of Florida to help pay for that college education. So that is awesome.
So great weather. Good financial advantages.
Okay, and
wonderful friends down here now.
Lora has plugged herself into the community. She is a stellar example of networking and an example of really just being involved in the community, because if there is any event, she is there to support the person running the event. She has a real big heart for doing that. She also is a connector, a girl after my own heart. I love connecting people. And we learned this also through BNI. We're both in BNI together, but we learned that connection. But Lora had that way before she was in BNI, and so did I. And it's just great to see it in action. She's been here in the area for 3 years, and everybody knows her.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And if you don't know her yet, her name is Lora Fickett with Fickett Financial, and you can find her on Facebook. I'll go ahead and tag her in this post in the comments after we're finished up. But Lora also is a hockey player.
Well, my husband is actually a hockey player, and he loves hockey. And I have played hockey once. I filled in for him, but I don't play hockey anymore because the older we get, the check engine light comes on, and so we have to get rid of some of those sports. I think I'm going to switch over to golf now.
Is that what that is? Is that what that is? A check engine light?
Yeah,
I was just
it
like,
really
oh,
is.
why does that hurt so
Yeah,
bad?
right.
So I did something big this week. You're going to love it. Like I totally went to the gym.
Wow.
Like I've had my gym membership all year.
Nice.
And I went twice this year, and both were this week. Just so.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
With Lora Fickett and her Fickett Financial, and I am actually in her course right now, which is fantastic and wonderful. You know, one of the first things that she's doing is laying down a foundation of positivity, which, you know, I agree with 100%. I think that is so important in every aspect of your life. But that was just like week 1, week 2. And now week 3, digging into the financial end of things. So super excited about that. But it made me start thinking about if I'm going to pay for my super supreme membership at Planet Fitness, which I love going there, I need to use it or I need to cancel it. So that was really what was the deciding factor of I'm going to use it. So I'm really only going 30 minutes a day, but I can totally feel it. Like my fat is just a little tighter.
That's not true. That's not true. My 8-week workshop, I do absolutely love it. It's over the phone. And so I'm thankful that Kim is joining me on Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 over the phone for that workshop. But one of the first things we do talk about is change of our mindset and, not procrastinating on different things and just getting out there and doing it. And if you're going to pay for something, you absolutely should be using it, or you should be canceling it and pay for something else.
Exactly.
You don't want all that money just leaking out of the system for no reason.
Exactly. Yep. And that's one of the things one of the reasons why I created Cornerstone Center. As a business person, there's a lot of things that we have to do. There's marketing, there's advertising, and there's software and tools that we have to pay for. And what I am offering here at Cornerstone Center, it literally takes 5 different companies to do and provide the tools that I have here. And we do it all under one roof, and we do it at a lower rate than you would get for all those 5 put together. So super, happy with where we're at as far as business goes. And by the direction of God himself, here we are. Now we have this room available for people to rent if they want to do a podcast. So how awesome.
Now it's beautiful in here. You can only see a tiny little bit of it, and she's not finished with it. But Cornerstone is great because it's supporting the small business owners that feel like they're alone in their business, and you're able to help them with so many different services. And just like my services, I tell people all the time, finances doesn't have to be a lonely subject. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself or with your significant other. There are people like me out there that are willing to help. I do free consultations for people all the time. I just want to help people with education on finances so they don't make decisions that they're going to regret later. And, you help small business owners as well. I help individuals and small business owners, but you help them, have a place where they can come and do things that they, people can't set up a studio in their own house, or people can't, have a meeting space in their own house, or they can't afford a meeting space. Or all kinds of
or
different
run a
services.
class. Yeah, one of the very basic services that we offer for all of our members is an address, an actual physical business address. And just so that you know that the weight that has with Google and your Google My Business is huge, because if you have a retail location or a business location rather than a residential, so Google knows what your classification is for your property, just like a realtor knows. Google knows, and they put less weight on businesses that are working out of their house.
Everything.
They do. I'm sure Google's, hi, Google. Hey, Google, you're kind of cute. Okay, so.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of scary. We could go down a rabbit hole with that one about how much Google probably knows.
We can't, well, more than any of us. I mean, when we were growing up, Laura, I don't know if you're like me, but I always had a desire for knowledge, and I love knowledge. I would spend time at the library or around people who knew things. But today,
no, I mean,
it's all at our fingertips.
Yeah, if you don't learn, if you're not learning, you're dying. I tell people all the time. And in my field, I like to learn about money all the time and about finances, because it's a subject we touch every single day. And so many people never increase their education on it because that's just not what we were brought up to do.
Exactly.
Is increase our financial
education. I know how to make money. She knows how to spend it, put it, make it work for you. So I'm loving the class that I'm in with Laura. But it's so strange, because God has me in this season while I'm here helping other businesses with the knowledge that I already have. It's like God is teaching me so many things on so many levels all at the same time. So I'm the type that if I can ride a bike and I'm riding that bike, I want to ride a unicycle. Okay, got that. I can juggle now. Okay, let me blow bubbles while I'm doing this. And so I was doing all that. So I just want y'all to get the visual that I see. Okay, so here I am riding.
I learned how to juggle this year.
Did you? She's juggling. Okay, we are going to get that on film. I might be able to do it tomorrow morning.
You need to practice.
So like the riding the bike unicycle was like my real estate. Okay, so in our MLS with Navica, and this is just a big thing in the real estate industry. If y'all don't know, in the GP general public, I'm gonna let you in on it. But man, Navica, I could make that thing do backflips. Like I knew every in and out. I could make it spin and do circles. I mean, 10 times more than most people that I talk to. And guess what? Our MLS has just switched and changed. And we're not with Navica anymore. We're with Stellar, which is a whole new MLS, which is a whole new thing. So I'm not riding that unicycle anymore. I had to lay it down. Now I have to study. Where's the pedal? How do I get up on here again? So, but all the realtors are going through that right now who are in Flagler County. So it's just an interesting time.
Danny's watching us. We love her.
Hi, Danny.
We love her. Danny and Kayla and Curtis, they're all watching.
And Danny is thinking about working out with me, I think, at the gym. She wanted me to go walking and
in
or
between her
running
furniture repair. If
in the
anybody needs
morning.
furniture
Yeah,
repair.
I think that would be awesome to do that. But
I don't like the gym, so.
I know.
But I know it's for some people. I work out virtual.
I
reality.
like the beach. I like going to the beach, but like how do I work exactly this muscle? Like that machine tells me I'm working this exact muscle, so I know exactly like I only go there for 30 minutes. I like the nature better.
So I have something for you.
Oh my gosh, your challenge is not accepted until I hear what it is. Let's hear what it is.
So I used to shoot professional archery, and archery helps with those muscles.
Okay.
So I could teach you archery
Oh.
if you'd like to
Archery.
know how to shoot archery.
Sure.
That'll help work those muscles. I'm a fan. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of learning something while I work out. I would prefer to swim than to stand on a treadmill. I would prefer to learn martial arts or a sport rather than sit in a.
So where
in a
are you
gym
shooting these arrows?
Oh, I shoot in my backyard, but
Okay. All right.
I could teach you.
Awesome.
And the Flagler Rod and Gun Club, they have an awesome archery area. If anybody's a member there, and they need to learn archery to use that area.
The
that's
many
awesome.
facets of Lora Fickett. So yes, she is an archer. So you've
Yeah,
actually
Sherry, I
won
can
some
teach you
things.
archery.
You've actually won some things. Hey Sherry,
Yes, I actually shot the World Games in Hungary for the U.S. archery team.
the Hunger Games. She was in the Hunger
No.
Games.
It was in Hungary, but it wasn't the Hunger Games. That would be kind of scary. But
Well, I would have to say you survived if you're here today.
yeah, I used to shoot
and
all
talk-
around the country.
Listen,
and,
she was
around
in the
world.
Hunger Games and survived to talk about it. What is that? What was the saying that the lady said? May something, I forget it. Anyways, from
Ever
the
be in your favor.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
All right, now we're going down some weird track over here. But hey, what's one thing we can tell everybody today?
See,
that's important?
okay, even Sherry agrees
Sherry.
you would win. I absolutely
Thank you
think you
for
would
the vote
win.
of confidence. That's
Listen,
wonderful.
I'm on Laura's team. I'm on Team Laura.
All right, before we close out, we got to give everybody like something really solid today that they can take home and work with. What do you think?
I
that
would
you've learned
say
in the past 2
a
weeks. of my
cinder block.
workshop?
A cinder block would be so.
What do you think in the past 2 weeks? Because you're in week 3 of my workshop that you want to tell people about, and I'll elaborate on it.
Okay, so this is part of the workshop. It's also part of my life, and it has been for a very long time. And that is, your words have power. And that goes back to, for me, back to the Bible, when God actually created everything in this world with his own words. So if his words have that power and we're made in his perfect image, that means our words also have that power. So one of the things that Laura taught in the workshop was never, ever, ever even say the negative at all. You only always say it in a positive context. And I'll let you use the example that you gave.
Oh, yeah. So I have a ton of examples. I'll use this one. So if I tell you, like, close your eyes and don't think about elephants. Don't think about their big floppy ears and their trunk with the wrinkles. And don't think about their feet with the half moon-shaped fingernails. Like, don't think about elephants. Whatever you do, just don't think about elephants. Please don't think about elephants. Don't think of, like, the sound that they make. Don't think of the color. Well, open your eyes. You thought about elephants. It's really hard. Even though I told you not to, you just didn't listen. So the negative, it's like I said, think about elephants rather than don't think about elephants. So when we are trying to think positively, we want to make sure that we do a couple of things. We want to make sure it's in the present tense. So I want to say like I am or I have. So we're in the present tense because we're talking about our future self, but we're talking about what we want right now. Mm-hmm. We want it to be specific. So instead of saying like I want $1 million in the future, that's not going to happen. So you might say like I have $10,000 from 5 new clients or whatever it is. You're going to be really specific about it. So you want it to be positive, you want it to be specific, and you want it to be in the present tense. So those are 3 things when you're writing these affirmations for the things that you want to attract in your life. Those are the 3 rules for the affirmations. Because if you say like I don't want any more bills in the mail, or I don't want to charge up my credit card, you're going to have bills in the mail and charge up your credit card.
And I've actually seen that happen in people's lives where they actually did the exact same thing that they said they were not going to do after they spoke it out of their mouth.
Yeah,
so
don't think about elephants, see? And then you think about elephants.
So while you have all the positive influences and the positive thoughts and the positive mindsets, I'm very thankful to Laura for bringing that to light specifically for me. I don't know that I've kept up my education on positive thoughts, because I thought once you have positive thoughts, they're positive thoughts. What's difference can you know? And just to kind of shine a light on that, not to look at the negative side or ever present it in a negative way or an I'm not going to way, but to present it more in a positive way.
Right. And it's just like your abs. You can work those things out every day, but if you don't, you won't find them.
I'm definitely working mine out. I think my goal is to work them in.
You have to work your positive mindset every single day. When negative thoughts come in, you've got to replace it with positive ones. And you just lead a more wealthy life, which isn't just about money. It's about holistic, like and healthy, wealthy, your life. Enjoying your life.
Yes, enjoying your life, having a joy when you wake up in the morning. You know, that is what a wealthy life is. If all of our wealth was just revolving around money, quite frankly, that's easy. Money is easy to make. It's having the joy and the peace and the love. And, you know, there's another saying in the Bible: love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, kindness, faithfulness, and self-control are the fruits of the Spirit. Those are the things that truly bring you wealth in all ways, and not one of them says anything about money. The cool thing about money is it helps you. It's a tool that you use to facilitate all those things and help other people have those things as well.
Right. So if you want more money in your life, and you want more wealth in your life, and you want to retain the money that you actually make in your life, please come see me. I am more than willing to talk to anybody and everybody and answer your questions about financial education. I love educating people. Just if you learn one single thing and you implement it for the rest of your life, it could make huge dividend impacts.
Huge difference. Yep. If you make one little change here, the trajectory changes a long way off. And if you're thinking about starting a business, if it's been on your mind or on your heart that, hey, I have this idea, maybe it would be a good business, set an appointment with me down here at Cornerstone Center. That's exactly what we're doing. We're helping people start businesses every day here. We're helping people with their businesses, wearing some of the hats and helping them with some of the marketing that they're doing with their business. If there's something I can do to help you, I'm always happy to help you. And if I can't, I'm the first person to let you know that's outside of my scope, or let me point you in the right direction of the person that can. I do not do financial coaching. I refer that to Lora Fickett. I do not do business coaching. I would refer that to somebody else. However, I do have the experience and will teach out of my experience.
She's got a lot of friends. Hey, you know what the another benefit of living in Florida is? Look at how tan we look.
And it's like, I think it's a filter. I added this is the fake bake filter. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what I call it because of the little orange color that we get.
Yeah, well, if you haven't met Kim yet, or you haven't reached out to me, please absolutely do. We love helping people, and thank you for watching, everybody that's been watching.
And I did realize that I probably have to explain a little bit to people who don't know me. I have never had a boss since I'm 19 years old, or somebody tell me what I could or could not do on the job. I have always been my own boss. So if you see me acting silly and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy, that I have never had anybody else tell me I couldn't do that, because I've always been my own boss. So I come at things from a little bit of a different angle. So if you think I'm acting a little silly, well, I am, and I can, and that's cool. Hey, Dr. Alvin Jackson's wanting to come on. Let's bring on Dr. Alvin Jackson. So Dr. Alvin Jackson is the city manager for Bunnell. So he runs the whole city here. He was also economic development down in Miami for a very large city. So we're very blessed to have him here in Bunnell. Hi, Dr. Alvin Jackson. How are you?
Doing extremely well in yourself.
That is so funny because we're going through our system and we totally cannot hear you. Can you sign language? We can't. Can you hear us? You can. Okay, so we can't hear you. We're going to have to, you know what? We need to put those little headsets on. So still figuring out what we're doing with the studio. Dr. Alvin Jackson, thanks for stopping by. I don't want to miss anything if he's going to say something.
Nice to meet you.
But this is Lora Fickett with Fickett Financial. She's the one I was telling you about. That is the city manager. He's the one I was telling you about. So everybody have a great day. Thanks for jumping on with us, Dr. Alvin Jackson.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So Dr. Alvin Jackson's actually written a couple books.
Nice.
And all of them based around positive energy and positive attitude. So imagine my surprise when we move in here and then we meet the city manager. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've written a book. And he's just so positive and has a good spirit of God. So he's awesome. But everybody have a great day. And thanks for joining in today.